So showing the date that these posts were created in a column right here is pretty easy in Rails. So let's go into our Nitrous interface, and what we need to do is track down this index file. So you should have it open here, but if you don't, remember you go to App, and then you'll want to go to Views, and then Posts, and then Index. And that's where we're listing all of our blogs. That's the index. So if you click on that, you should be at that page. And what we're going to do is just add another header here for our table that we're kind of adding this inside of. So we'll do table header. This is an HTML tag, and we'll call it date/th and close it. So now if I save that file, make sure your server is running, and then I'll go back to my page here and refresh. And there we go, we have date here, but now it's kind of hanging out over this. We can fix that pretty easily by just adding another table cell here. So we'll do opening tag TD, this is HTML again, and now we're going to add some Ruby code here. So this angle bracket and then the percent and the equal sign, that's saying, okay, we want to output some Ruby code here into our actual browser view. So I'm going to do post.created@, and there's an underscore there, and then we'll close that Ruby tag, and then now we need to close out the HTML tag. So now when I hit save, go back to the browser and refresh, you'll see we've got our timestamps here. Now, this doesn't look very blog-like because it's kind of in military time, and we have this UTC here. We'll explore what all of that means later, and we may need that down the line, but for now, let's just clean those dates up to look a little cleaner. We can do that really easy in Rails. Just go back to this created@, method here, and we're going to add another method, and we're going to say to_date. So .to_date. And what that's going to do is just convert that date into something a little more readable. So if I hit save, then go back to the blog and then refresh, now you can see it's formatted a little bit nicer. So we've got the dates showing now, and we've got a fairly clean looking blog. If we go over here to the show page, this doesn't look that fancy, but I'll leave it up to you to kind of explore if you want to edit it and play around with it. It's up to you. Just make sure that you don't do too much to this blog, and undo any changes that don't quite work out for you, because we're going to use this again later down the line for a reference. Now, if you do happen to want to edit that show page, you can just go right here to show.html.erb, and notice that you'll see title and body right here, and that's what we have right here. And so just to kind of kick you off on that, for example, if you do want to add the dates on these actual show pages, we can do just kind of imitating what's here already generated from the scaffold, and we could say in bold date : and then drop in some Ruby code here again and say %equals. This time we need the @ sign in front of post, and then created@ again, and then close that. If we hit save, now we've got the date there. Okay, so that's a little bit about using scaffolding and incorporating the Bootstrap library from Twitter. The Bootstrap library is a very common thing across the web, so it is important to be aware of how to use it. And we've also kind of modified our blog a little bit and customized it a bit. So that's good. We've made some progress with just a few lines of code, and that's kind of just getting our feet wet with Rails.